All right, so right now we're going to look at the standard back view. Now it looks kind of small, and that's fine. If you go into present mode, it's going to make it look bigger, and that's going to be more what it looks like on a full piece of paper when you print it. But I know right now it's kind of hard to see all the little spots, but everywhere it says size here, you're going to put some information in. And this is mostly going to come off of the front view. So I've got the front view open here, and we're going to take a look. So right now, if we start at the bottom, it tells me my size here. And if I look here, it's 4.5 inches to the top of this line here. And this line is going to sit 1/16 above this side. That way, when we put the two together, there's no chance that this plywood piece right here on our project will stick up above the front rail. So what we're going to do is drop this back side 1/16. So if we have 4.5 here, this size is going to be, and you just click on it to type it in, 4 space 7/16 inches. Okay. So 4 and 7/16 is how tall that shelf should be. And your plans may vary. Maybe your front rail is only 3 inches, maybe it's 5 inches. And so that number could vary depending on what you have for that bottom rail. Now, if we look at the height of the project right here, we have 28 inches over on the left side of the screen on our front view. And so I'm going to come over here to my side view and just verify these sizes on this next view. So when you look at one, you don't have to flip back and forth. And over here, we have 16 inches on the overall width. So if I come over here, this looks like from outside to outside, that's our overall width. And I'm going to type 16 in there. Inches. Okay. And now what we got to do is we're going to take 16 minus 3/4, because there's 3/4 of an inch on the right side and 3/4 of an inch on the left side. We can see that down here. They are labeled or dimensioned. And so 16 minus 3/4 and 3/4 inch and a half, that's going to be 14.5. So 14.5 or 14.5 inches. If it makes it small like that, when you put it in half inches and then it goes small, you just hit Control Z or Command Z, depending what platform you're working on, and it will pop that half back out so it's big, so it's a little bit more legible. All right, now we need to determine the length of this shelf here, and that's this size here. The length of this shelf is going to be, and if we look up here, this says it's a 3/8 rabbet, and that must mean there's a 3/8 rabbet on this side. So 3/8 and 3/8 is 3/4 of an inch. So if we take our overall size, which is 16 inches, and subtract 3/4 of an inch, that's going to be 15 1/4 or 0.25 inches. Again, it made it small, so I'm going to hit Command Z or Control Z, and it's going to put it back out in big text for me. So the only thing we have left now is to determine where these drawer slide supports are going to go. And there's a size here. Now, if we come over here to our front view, this line right here, the top of this center rail, should be the same as the bottom of these drawer slide supports. So if we know that this is 6 inches plus an inch and a half, that's 7.5. So from the very top to the bottom, very top, inch and a half plus 6, that's 7.5. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to put 7.5 for this size. So 7.5 inches, Command or Control Z to get it out big there. All right, so that would be all that we need to do on our back view for a cabinet that has a drawer on top and a shelf on the bottom, or a cabinet door on the bottom. So we've got our drawer slide support sizes, we've got the inside size, we've got the total outside size, we have the length of that shelf and how high up that shelf should be.